Hey guys, Kev here, and Olight sent me a new product that is releasing or has released. This is the Olight O Pen 3, Write in Light. Interesting. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on with this thing. Looked interesting. It's got some different features and such, because you can't just have a pen. You gotta have a pen with gizmos on it. Super important. Let's see what we got. Pen ink is over here. Okay, the important stuff is tucked away. All right, how do I get it out of here? Do I need little baby hands to get it out of here? Ugh. You gotta yank it out with the... Ah, no! It went back in. That's what she said. All right, let's see. There's your ink. We have a charger, and we have this stuff right here that we don't need to read instructions. Okay, this says read me. I guess, should we read it? I guess we should. When off, double press to turn on red light. Interesting. Okay. We have another label on here. This one, some kind of warning about lasers. So I guess there's a laser in here. Don't shine that in your eye or anybody else's, including your pets. Just saying, a lot of times we use these to have our cats and dogs run around, right? I don't have cats, but yeah, try not to blind your cat when you're playing with it. All right, looks like we got a little light source here. I see an LED. I see the red LED. Obviously, the lasers coming out the back here, looks like. Pretty cool, actually. And then we have a little bolt action right here. And it looks like we have a Bluetooth speaker right here. I'm just kidding. I don't think there's a Bluetooth speaker. Ah, so funny. And then we have a clip. Would have been cool if they integrated the Odical B1, I think it's called, clip, where it's the like mechanism for the pen. You kind of push down and then the pen comes out. That would have been sick, but you have this little bolt action down here. I don't love the fact that the bolt action is halfway down the pen, not my favorite. So this whole top section is basically flashlight, battery, all that stuff, right? Let's take it apart, see what's in here. Is that a spare pen ink? Okay, so there's a spare. Okay. Do I have to remove it up here? So I think what's happening is the world's longest... Oh, okay. I was like, these threads are crazy. So that's so you can charge it, which is pretty cool. But how do I get this out? Oh, you just yank it. It's got like retaining teeth in there that bite onto this section, I guess. Interesting. So here's the refill. It's a gel ink refill. I don't like gel, so that's unfortunate. And this is not... It doesn't look like a common refill to me, if anybody's aware of this being a common one. Oh, look at that, guys. They were smart. This is a ballpoint refill. So I hate gel because I'm left-handed, so I always smear on my hand, the side of my palm. So they actually have a ballpoint refill. That's pretty cool. I like that. Thank you, Olight, for thinking of us lefties. Nice. So that pops in there. Okay, let me put this away. We don't need to charge it right this second, hopefully. Hopefully I can demonstrate before needing to charge. I accidentally turned on the light. I will get to that in a second. I just wanted to kind of go through everything here. It is plastic. I will say that. It's very light, and it feels plasticky. Do I love that? I don't know. I'm sure it adds to the affordability of it, whatever the price point is, which we'll get to at some point. It's a very smooth bolt action. Very smooth. Works easily left-handed. Right-handed, it's probably easy too. I'm not the best at that right-handed, but you can see there. Is that normal for righties to do this? Probably. But it works really well for me. Lefty. All right, let's get to this. We have a slider, laser, light. So I'm guessing the bottom light is going to be the light that comes out of this area that illuminates what you're writing on. Then you have this light that's going to come out of here and illuminate, you know, out of your pocket or out of your hand like this. And then you have the laser. So we'll put it up in the laser position, tap on. We have a green laser. Very cool. I didn't realize this until I never really played with these kind of laser pointers before. But if you ever shine them at like a headlight or something on your truck or car, whatever, it's really cool to see the laser just bounce around all over the headlamp. And it, I don't know, just makes for a cool effect. So that's always something you could do for fun if you're bored one day. Looks like it turns on. I think that's all it does. Double press does nothing. Holding it up, there is a cycle. So there's a low laser and a high laser, I guess you call it. So we have a low and a high. Interesting. I would just keep it on high. Okay, let's move down. So now we're going to move to this light right here. We have the light. And it gets brighter. That's pretty damn bright for you. See how small that LED was? And then there is, I think, high. Oh, no, there's one more. So we have a moonlight, low, medium, high. And we're back to what I'll call moonlight. Well, let's see. Is there a moonlight? I thought pressing from off is going to do red. Nope, there is a moonlight. So moonlight, low, medium, high, back to low, I guess, right? Medium, high, yeah. So it is low, medium, and high. And then you get from, if you hold it, you get the moonlight. So 4 settings there. Double press from off and you get red. You can cycle that as well. There's a low and a high of that. Double press does nothing. Trying to see if I can get it to blink. Yep, double, was that a triple? I'll double check that for you guys. So it's like a SOS or beacon of some sort. Then you hold and it goes back. Again, double press did nothing, it just cycled. Triple press gave me this. I'll try 4. 4 gives you, I think, is this different? I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I can't tell the difference if that's different or not. Let's see if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just do 5. I think it's the same one. It's just tapping it more than twice, basically. Okay, and then tap off. Now, if you hold on for the, or just tap for the light, you can, so wait, hold on, what did I do? Because holding gave me moonlight. How did I get to red? Double tap, got it. So let's see, does a triple tap do anything? Nope, still does red, yeah. So if you do more than the whatever taps, it just gives you the same thing as 2 taps would, or 3 in the case of the red light. I just want to see if there's a turbo. Yep. So you'll get that. Let's see if it's any brighter than the high mode. So this is high. Nope. So turbo and high are the same thing, essentially. That's what it seems like to me. So that is the light source coming out of the clip. That's so cool. There's a light coming out of the clip. And then down here, we have another light. So here's your writing light. I have some sticky notes here. Let's grab one. So let's say I need to write a note, and it's dark for whatever reason. I'm in a dark room writing. I don't know when that would happen, but it is happening right now. A dark room. Okay. And brightness, let's see. Nope, no brightness. Can't change it. Holding down does nothing. Tap turns it on and off. Again, hold down, nothing. Double tap, nothing. Nothing. Hold from off. Same light. Double tap. So you have one light, no brightness settings or anything. You just get this, which makes sense. Why would you want it bright? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that's your light source for the pen down there. I guess we didn't check if there's a strobe, so let me check that real quick. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 1, 2 gives you the turbo, but nothing. 2, 3, 4, nothing. Click and hold. See if we get some kind of lock or something. I'll just hold. So it came on and turned back off. That may have worked. Let's see. Yeah, we now have a lock. So we are locked out. Put it in the pen mode. We are still locked out. Even when I slid it down to the pen mode, it's just telling me it's momentary on, basically. But I guess if you held it long enough, it would, let's see if the laser works. No laser either. So then if I hold down, now it turns back on. So you can lock out the pen, basically. But if somebody accidentally holds the button, it's going to unlock and then turn on whatever it is. But yeah, it's got a lot of features. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. Let me see if I missed anything. We have a charger in here, USB-C. I think I showed you that. Maybe I can plug it in to show you. Do we have a lumen count on here somewhere? Sorry, there's just a lot of paperwork in here. Got all that refill. So yeah, you get the gel and you get the ballpoint with it, which is really nice. Moonlight was 2 lumens, low was 20, medium was 60, high was 120. That's pretty cool. It'll go for 14 minutes on high, which is decent for a pen light. How long are you going to need that kind of light? And then it'll switch to 50%, and you'll get 25 minutes on that. You get an hour on medium, 220 on low, 26 hours on Moonlight. The red light is low, 5 lumens, high, 10 lumens. Hour and 20 minutes on high, 2 hours and 10 on low. And the pen tip LED is 0.4 lumens. So technically, just saying, you could use this as a secondary Moonlight mode if you wanted to. I don't know how far that's going to throw in a room in the dark, but might be interesting. Maybe I could, maybe we could check that out. And then we go up to this light, and this Moonlight is 2 lumens. So, I'm curious to see if this down here would actually work as a Moonlight mode. I might check that out. Stay tuned at the end of the video here. See if I missed anything else for you guys. What else would you want to know? I don't think there's anything else for you to know. I think I figured out all the functions, right? I pretty much dissected this sucker. I don't know what I could have missed. If I missed anything and you are aware, let me know, but ain't got time for that right now. Let's plug it in, and then we'll do the little test in the dark, all right? Where's my USB-C cable? This is my rolling square cable. We'll see if it reaches. Sometimes it doesn't. See if it'll fit, I mean. So do you just keep unscrewing? There it goes. Okay, so that's as much as I can get, and it's probably not going to fit because of the... Let's see. Maybe it's a shallow plug. Doesn't want to go in, which is interesting because there's still space, so it's not bottoming out. Don't want to break it, so I'm trying to be careful here. Let's grab their plug and see. I always like to check that because if you're like me at all, you probably don't want to have the cord from every product laying around. You like to just use whatever cables you like to use. So I like to check if other stuff works. Let's see if this just clicks in or if I'm just being silly. Yeah, they're not really... There, that clicked in. So maybe I was just being a baby? I didn't want to break anything. Seems like maybe it's just because it's like a pen, it's turning, it's just hard to get it in straight. There we go. Got it in. So let's see, is it working? Is there some kind of indicator light? Yep, there it is. Red indicator light. So it will work with pretty much any USB. If anything doesn't work, it's usually this one because it has this fatter like plug because it has like a adapter that goes onto it. And usually that will stop it from seeding into stuff. So this should work with pretty much any USB-C because it's not even in all the way. And you can see it's a pretty short. I guess it's about the same as this one. But sometimes that one doesn't work. All right, let me take you guys to a dark room. All right, so, damn. It turned on like a flash. I got to figure out how to turn that off. So here's this light. This doesn't help, does it? I've never had that happen before. I might have to film a separate video and edit stuff. I was trying not to edit, obviously. Hold on. I will be back. All right. Let's see. We are in a dark bathroom now. It's the darkest room during the day. If I shut the doors because there's no windows, I gotta find. I'm trying to find the button. Is it underneath the switch? Oh, this is interesting. That's the bolt action that I'm feeling. Here it is. Okay, I found it. That's kind of an interesting test because, you know, everybody's gonna have to do that. So here's Moonlight. So it does work because it's 2 lumens. That's a decent amount of lumens. I prefer sub-lumen for Moonlight mode, but this is a very small LED, I think, so it might be fine if you're trying not to wake somebody up or whatever. It's my kid's bathroom, so anyway, that is the Moonlight. I'll just cycle through real quick. Low, medium, and here is the high. It's bright enough. I mean, it's not like super bright or anything, but 120 lumens. This would get the job done for whatever I needed at night if I was inside. I don't think outside it's going to do much, but yeah. All right, now I want to test, see if I can find the switch. All right, here. There we go. Yeah, it would work, guys. So you get, what was it, 0.4 lumens. So this would work as a Moonlight mode. It looks a lot brighter on the camera, but it's actually decent. Like, this is kind of like, well, we can test it because I have it in my pocket. So this is the Moonlight mode, or I guess the pen mode. They don't advertise it that way. So like if I was writing, you can see it's pretty bright. If you were in a dark room, you'd be able to write no problem. So that's pretty cool. All right, let me show you my flashlight, like my everyday carry. It's a Dawson Machine Company slim model, but it's a 14500 battery. So that's kind of the important thing for you guys to note because there's other lights like it. So I set mine to as dim as I can go. So this is my Moonlight mode that I use literally every day, all the time. Well, every night, I should say. And this is as low as I can get a Dr. Jones driver to go. So I believe this is sub-lumen, actually, because I can stare right at it, and it doesn't blind me or anything. Doesn't cause any issues. But I can obviously see. So let me compare those. So that's that. All right, and now the pen. Yeah, this is even dimmer than my light, and it has no hotspot because it's not a reflector. I have a reflector in mine, obviously, which throws the light. So this would actually work really well as a moonlight. Let me go back up to the standard light and see how much brighter that is. Yeah, now this is way brighter. So let me confirm that that was moonlight. This is the moonlight. That's not bad either, actually. I think that was low that I just was looking at. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's low. The moonlight's not bad at all, but the pen light as a moonlight would be sick. So just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so there you go, guys. That was a little test in the old bathroom. So this is the O Pen 3, and it does come in a couple different colors, and it looks like it's going to be $79. And I will put a link down below. If you use that link, it does help the channel. I also have a discount code, LeftyEDC, for anything on the Olight store. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to apply because it might be a sale, but keep that code. If you buy anything and it's not on sale, you can use my code, LeftyEDC, save yourself 10%. But looks like it's $79.99. It comes in black, orange, or wine red. And then they also have a black plus wine red for $159. And you get, is it 2 3-packs of spare refills. And then you can get all 3 colors for $239. And you get 3 of those spare packs of refills. Let me see if I can find the refills. Here they are. $10 for a 3-pack of refills. That's for gel. Now, where are the ballpoint? I want to make sure you guys can buy the ballpoint refills because that would be important to me. Where is your search bar, Olight? Okay, just searching ballpoint refill. So this says gel ink. This says O refill. I don't know if that would fit. Here's the O Pen 3 again. I'm not seeing a separate listing for the ballpoint. So I'm assuming that would be available at some point if it's not already, and I just missed it there, but I wanted to check that because as a lefty, that would be important to me. Now, who is this for? I don't know. It's not for me. I'm not somebody who would rock this pen. I like nice pens, but that's kind of the thing. I like nice pens, like titanium pens with cool mechanisms, stuff like that. I don't like bulky pens. This is a bit bulky for me. I like a thin pen. It's not like overly thicker or whatever. It's just, it's got this whole thing on the end that has the lights and everything going on in it. And I don't need that. I carry a flashlight every single day. So that takes away literally all the functionality on this. The laser is cool. I think it's a cool feature to have. So if I was somebody who didn't care about having like a nice fancy pen, right? Then I think this is pretty cool. I mean, would I take it over like just a standard little click pen or something? Yeah, I think I would. If that's what I normally rocked, I think this would be a cool gift or something for somebody like that. But if you know somebody like me who likes fancy pens, don't get them this. They're not gonna like, they might think it's cool like I do, but I don't think they're going to switch from their fancy pen to this, if that makes sense. If they come out with one made in OAL and some cool stuff, maybe. But again, that's probably just going to add weight, and it's mostly this area that it just doesn't make me want to trade out my kit. Like, I don't want to trade out my flashlight and my fancy pen for this. Does that make sense? But somebody who wants to kind of wrap all that into one, like trying to minimalize, sorry. Like, I don't need to carry a flashlight every day now. I don't need to carry an extra pen. I don't need to carry a laser pointer, right? Or maybe they have an arc felt flashlight with a laser pointer on it. You know, you could delete the pen from the equation and just carry this, depending on how much light you need. If you're just using it at night to get around the house or whatever, I think this works just fine. If it's somebody who wants to have a nice, you know, throwy light because they're going to be looking around outside or whatever, again, it's not going to replace that. So hopefully that gives you a good enough rundown on it and my personal opinion and thoughts on it. Cool product, just, you know, personally not my style, I guess. I try to be as honest as I can with you guys. But that's the O-Pen 3. So if you have any questions, hit me in the comments. Reach out, you know the deal. And again, that link's down there if you're interested and you want to pick one up. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Shout out to Olight. Thank you for sending me this light to check out. I always love checking out new, cool, interesting stuff. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.